Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to Ama's Kitchen. For this episode, we're going to be making chicken sauce, or you can call it chicken stew, from the very beginning. And these are the ingredients I'll be using straight from the market. And those are the pepper. You have to wash them first, and for this sauce to go well, so I'll wash them first. You can see this is me washing the chili first, then start slicing it to take out the seed from the inside so that it will not be too pepperish. So this is me just washing the pepper. You have to wash them, pluck out the ends so that your food will come out very nice. You can see I open the pepper, then take out the seeds, so I don't want it to be too pepperish. I don't even know if this is actually pepper, but I think it gets hot. So I just take out the seeds of each and every one of them gradually. And I will say, for me, cooking come naturally. And it's very nice when I do everything little and put everything in order. And this is the bay pepper, taking out the seeds out of it. Then after taking out the seeds out of every one of them, yes, I have to wear hand glove because I don't want my hand to be pepperish later, because sometimes when I do this without wearing the hand glove, or later my hands will not be hurting, I don't know if just me, maybe it happened to somebody out there too, but it's just me. So I just like wearing hand glove when I'm doing it. So I put the pepper in the, you can call it pepper or chili, in the pot, put a lot of water, then boil it up for a while. So this is me just putting the water, then cover it up, then back to your fire or your gas cooker. So leave it for it to boil. Why some people put it in the oven, but I just put mine in the gas cooker for it to boil properly. And me slicing the other spices that I'll be using, like the onions. I like onions, like not too much, but just enough for my stew or sauce. So slicing the onions and the ginger and the garlic, try to put everything in place. And the reason why I start this video from the very beginning, because I have a lot of my friends keep saying, Stella, you keep putting half of the videos. I said, okay, let me try and put, I know this video is going to be a little bit long, so let me try and start everything from the beginning so that you can understand how I always come out with very nice, delicious tomato sauce or chicken sauce, any way you want to call it. And that's me cleaning up the garlic, the ginger, so I can blend. These ones are the ones I want to blend with the pepper and the onion, so you can blend them together. So before steaming the pepper, so yeah, the blender is ready for me to start blending. So I have to wash the tomatoes and wash everything. Then I have to slice it. You can see I'm slicing the tomatoes. Then I'll start blending. Then you blend the tomatoes so that it will be smooth to the kind of way you want it. I like mine very smooth so that the seeds will not be showing. So while blending, can take out the pepper that you were boiling. You remember the pepper that you were boiling, take it out, make it steam a bit, then bring it and start blending it with the pepper, the tomatoes, the onions, the ginger, and the garlic. Then you blend. This is me blending. You blend it together so that it will come smooth and nice. Then you blend and blend and blend. While blending, you can continue slicing the other ones so that you have some time to put everything together in place. You keep slicing, then you blend, then you pour into the pot you want to boil the tomato sweet. Then you keep blending and blending and blending and blend. You mix everything together so that everything will boil, everything will get blended properly. So this is me just blending the tomatoes and the pepper and the onions and the garlic and the gingers together so that everything will come out nice. If you notice, when you're pouring out the tomatoes after blending out of the blender, you won't pour everything out of it so that you have some outside to blend the other one, so you don't need to add water when blending. So you blend and blend and blend. So you finish blending to everything together. Make sure you finish blending everything together the way you want it. Then you pour it into the pot. Then you put it in the fire and let it start steaming. Yeah, this is me steaming the tomatoes. So while the tomatoes is steaming, you can go ahead and start washing the chicken you want to use. The why I'm putting water on this chicken, because I've already washed it already, but I kept it inside the freezer. So I just brought it outside to defrost a bit. While the tomatoes is still cooking, boiling, you can stir it a bit so that it will not get burnt. That's why you keep stirring it gradually so it won't get burnt at the to be red and fresh. So you just stir gradually just to make sure the tomatoes is not burning. Then you just stir. Look at how red. Look at how reddish the tomatoes look. You leave it, let it start boiling gradually and gradually, and you can reduce the heat when you notice that the tomatoes have already steamed, so they're like very thick. Because you don't want it to get burnt, you can just reduce the heat a bit. So while the tomatoes is still steaming, you can go ahead and start steaming your chicken the way you want it. But for the steaming of the chicken, I'll be using the ginger, garlic, onions, thyme, curry, salt, pepper. I'll mix them together, then I'll blend it. So I'll blend those ones together, and bay leaf. So that's me putting the chicken inside the pot. Then start putting your ingredients. So this is the thyme and the ginger. Put a little bit. And sorry, we don't measure here, so we just put little bit. We just gauge it with your eye. Then that's the star Maggi and the non Maggi. I tried mixing them together. Then you use it to marinate the chicken so that everything will go inside. So you remember the blended onions, ginger, and pepper and bay leaf. They pour it inside. Then you stir together. You stir together so that everything will go inside. Inside the chicken, every side of it. Then you put it on the oven or the stove, but I'm using gas. So for it to boil a bit, so it will cook properly. So yeah, I'm like, yalla, let's go. So you on your stove and put it in there and let it cook. So while you cook, you check your tomatoes. You see, wow, that's fully dried. Then you can just it look like the tomato paste that we normally use. So this is how it dried. Then you take it, put it in a plate or a bowl. So you quickly check your chicken to see how it's doing. It's cooking properly. You stir it so that everything will boil accordingly into every space. So yeah, this is how the process of cooking chicken stew. There are different processes. There are different type of way, but this is the one I'm using now. It's kind of long way, but I'm just trying to do this one for all my friends who are always ask. So I'm trying to study from the very scratch. So next time when we just do the other side, I will not be surprised anymore. So yeah, this is just me taking the chicken out of the water because that's fully boiled, separating it out. After separating the chicken from the sauce, then we'll start frying the chicken. Yeah, this is me checking to see if there is any leftover of the chicken inside the chicken sauce. So yeah, you put your fry pan or pot in the fire, let it dry out. Then you pour your oil, any kind of vegetable oil you want to use. Then this is me checking if the oil or the vegetable oil is hot for me to start frying. Oh yeah, let's start frying. Yeah, start frying the chickens for the sauce. Yeah, this how the chicken is looking while frying. Yeah, this is a chicken frying. Yeah, I like my chicken to a little bit brownish. Yeah, this is the chicken frying. So let's go. Then you take them out of the frying pan. We finish the frying, take them out, put them in your bowl. Try not to add a lot of oil when you're taking them out. Then you continue frying. After finish frying the chicken, you can use the same groundnut oil that you use for the chicken or sunflower oil to fry your tomato sauce. So this is me. The oil is fully hot. You first of all pour your onions, which I did. After letting it steam for a bit, you put your 10 tomatoes or tomato paste. Then you fry it so it will fry properly, because if it does not, the tomato paste do not fry properly, it will have some taste that you don't want to like sour taste in your mouth or slapping taste. So because of that reason, you don't want that in your sauce or stew. So you fry the tomatoes and fry it before adding your proper tomatoes which you prepared. So because you have a lot of tomatoes doesn't mean you have to use all the tomatoes to cook. Like this, you can keep the remaining half. Then for another time you want to cook, you can bring it, that it can stay for like a month, 2 months, as long as it's inside the freezer. I made the one you fully boil already. But this is the tomato sauce we are cooking, as in the chicken sauce or stew. So me frying the stew gradually. So when I'm frying my stew, I like using low heat. Yeah, low heat on the gas cooker. So I like using the low heat. So you continue stirring so that it won't get burned. So here now I'm putting the chicken sauce. The reason why I fit it, I don't like those many stuff to go inside, so I just like filtering it with the filter. That's the tomato sauce. You put it in, you start stirring and stirring for the food not to burn, and you cover it. Check on your tomato sauce or chicken sauce to see how it goes. You say if it's cooking properly, then you start adding the chicken. The reason why you add the chicken sauce first, because you don't want the ingredient to be too much, because there's a lot of ingredients on the chicken sauce. So you pour it first, then I put the chicken, then you let it steam a bit, then you test it before adding any extra salt or Maggi or any other stuff. So when you test it and you see the taste need more salt, then you add more salt to it and more Maggi to it, and you just leave it to cook for a while. So while cooking, you can do something else while you cook for a while. Ready, this is the final result and look of the chicken sauce. I took it to the market and I brought it to the kitchen, and we all went through the process from the beginning to the end. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on my next video. Ciao.